Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we managed to get our realm put together a lot better than I was anticipating, actually. I would love to get this away from this jerk, but we'll see if that ends up happening. Now, our wife did decide to declare independence. It's going to be tough because of these guys. Now, Pratihara we can take very easily, and we're going to try to go after their capital. I'm not sure, is their leader at their capital? He is. He's not personally leading their armies, so that might be a quick resolution to this. I'm not necessarily holding my breath on that one. We'll see. We are also working on increasing our control pretty dramatically, and that is going to help us a lot in terms of our cash. We did just have an enemy ally join the war, and that hurts. The leader of the Pratihara kingdom is actually an infant. The other guy just died at age 25 from his wounds. Didn't even realize he was wounded, but okay. Sure, I wouldn't have expected a 25-year-old to die of wounds, but that's fine. So, ticking war score is currently in our favor. However, our wife has lost a battle. That's going to take 6 months to siege. The question is, how long is it going to take us with our 20 onagers? 20 onagers is not a lot of onagers, to be clear. We'll see. Convert back. Thank you. Okay. 6 months. Well, even if this is lost, it doesn't really matter that much to us, does it? Ooh, this might be convenient for us. We'll see if our wife gets captured in that siege. I think they have the siege curve on us. 4 months and 4 months. When do they change? Well, this battle's occurring, which doesn't help. But we did stack wipe that, which pulled us back positive, but that means that they definitely have the siege curve on us. They have a breach as well. So yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't think we can really feasibly fight them right now. Looking at their composition. Maybe. We could maybe fight them. But we can't get up there in time. I think this is our best bet. We're just hoping at this point that this doesn't end the war in their favor. It may or may not. We'll see. If it does, it's not the end of the world. And if it doesn't, great. Oh, this is going to be real close. Okay. 74? Sure. Okay. We pulled that back. We didn't, unfortunately, capture the war leader. I was hoping that we would. We need to make our way northward at this point. Pratihara is trying to put their troops together. They don't have troops to put together, so that's fine. We need to eliminate this army at this juncture. That's what we really need. So ticking war score is against us at this point. We're making our way northward. Of course, this is an awkward location for us to get to. I suppose we could have sailed up this river. That's something we could have done. But we didn't. That was not a thing that ended up happening. Why are we currently losing piety? Because we're gluttonous. Okay, fair enough. So our heir is in line to inherit titles, of course. We're going to make our way up here, and I would actually love to engage these guys. It's going to be a while before we get there. This is a long journey. There's no doubt about it. We're pretty far away. In the meantime, of course, we are working on our control over here. And that does increase our taxation. So hopefully we'll start making money again soon. I don't like the fact that these guys are gobbling up all of these little guys over here. That's spooky to me. We'll search for a physician. Okay, they have a breach. It's in our favor currently. 50 gold. We'll pay the 25. We can't send that proposal, but we'll make our way up here, and we'll see if we manage to get this done. Who is currently commanding this? Skill 17. He is our best that is currently available. Okay. I was hoping for a slightly better military skill guy, but it'll have to do. Now, as far as this goes, I think we need to ally them. They're the wrong religion. Does that matter over here? It doesn't. They don't want an alliance. It's only 10 reasons for the faith difference. We have too many existing alliances. Okay, so that's a big part of the reason. Sounds good. We're going to make our way in over here. They're only 45 days away. However, they are giving up on their siege. And no, they're not. In we go? Possibly. They are going to leave in 10 days, or we're going to get there in 10 days. Yeah, we catch them. Their siege ticks, or rather their attrition ticks here, actually were very much in our favor. That means that this is almost certainly going to be a victory for us, this battle here. Now, unfortunately, ticking war score is against us. And... oh, they capped this back at some point? How did they cap this back? These guys aren't enough to siege it. No, seriously, how did they cap that back? I don't actually know. Well, we're going to beat these guys, no problem. And then we're going to come up here and cap this back. That puts us at minus 77, but this is going to be a huge chunk over here. This is going to be basically all of that war score. Our allies down here, they're not being very helpful, in all honesty. So this is going to be a 4-month siege. Okay. We'll make some progress on that. We are making cash at this point. I want this war over, in all honesty. We aren't the war leader, unfortunately. But I would absolutely love for this war to be over. Unfortunately, that's going to be slightly difficult. Well, we should get ticking war score and quite a lot of it when we take this back, actually. And occupations as well. That'll be almost 66%. Yeah, that's going to be a lot. $50 days. Okay. So we definitely want to continue working over here, but right now the focus is obviously on making sure this war goes well. I mean, it doesn't have to though, does it? We're going to take this back, and that will be a huge swing. Boom, plus 20. Absolutely enormous. And I guess we're going to walk all the way down here. That'll take 7 months to get there. That's very painful. Very, very painful. Lose 50 gold, huh? For a fish pond? Let's go ahead and do the stewardship challenge. I'd like a stewardship lifestyle experience. Excellent. That does, of course, put us in debt, which isn't ideal. But if we come down here, siege this, and capture him this time, then that would be great. As far as these guys go, I still do want to arrange something over here. I'm going to work on swaying them for right now. And that should be pretty helpful for us. I have no idea how far away these guys retreated. It's apparently quite a ways. But let's make our way down and begin yet another siege. We're at 25% right now. I would like our wife to group up and bring those onagers to bear on this capital down here. Hopefully she comes down. That would be awkward if she did not. How's our control doing? It's almost at 50% over here. So that's coming up. 77, 26, 37. Yeah, our control is pretty low. This isn't shocking, of course. We're currently 44, our heir is 18, and I did want to look at the next one in our line of succession, which is actually our grandson at this point. Okay, that's fine. And I want to make sure that he gets educated, not by us, but rather by our wife. And he should be on stewardship education. Okay. We'll get that underway. Our succession is going to be a mess again. There's no doubt about that. But we'll deal with that when our health starts getting a little lower. We had another daughter. That's fine. No sign of the enemy army up here. That's a very, very good sign. We're going to move in down over here. We are going to have to fight these guys who are sieging it, and I'm upset about that. I wish they weren't sieging it. We're at 31% war score right now. And I have to assume that this army is oh, he's in multiple wars. It may not be coming back, actually. He may just be saying, you know what? Screw this war. We don't need to do this. This was our Midas touched wife. That. Oh, we have multiple Midas touched wives. Never mind. That was one of our Midas touched wives. Okay, these are not great options. Barely any options at all. Okay. So we will, of course, go for this siege. Excellent. We're at 34%. This siege should boost us up to at least 55. By the time we're done sieging it with ticking war score, probably at least 60, actually. How are we doing on our battle war score? That is currently +2. That's unfortunate that we lost 17% when our wife fought up here on her own. But, oh well. 3 months on this siege, and that should be fine. Is this only the single county over here? It is. Okay. I mean, this guy is in multiple wars, which means that he's more likely to want out of this. But I doubt that our wife would be willing to white piece him, so we're going to have to make our way back up this way, most likely. 40 more days left on this siege. Make that 30. And we're almost out of debt at this point. That's good. 15 more days. I would love to get War Profiteer. Or Hairgeld. Both would be good. But I think War Profiteer would be better at this exact moment. So that brought us up to 68%. And we are going to come up here next. That'll take us 6 months to arrive. Okay, so up we go. I wouldn't mind catching this force, for sure. But it's not going to happen. That's okay. We do have ticking war score, and we're going to grab War Profiteer right now. Excellent. That puts us into the solidly profitable category. And, here's his army. It has reinforced a decent amount. Let's make our way up over this way. That is, I don't want to take this route necessarily. That is kind of awful. Sure, we'll go up there. 5 months on this siege. We're going to have to resupply along the way and try to reinforce. It's going to be tough. I don't know that we can get there. They instantly got a breach. That is very unfortunate. What is the garrison size here? Oh, 31. That's how they sieged it. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can make our way up here. We are going to fight these guys, I suppose, which are going to delay us. That's not helpful, in all honesty. Not helpful at all. That does put us up to 90% war score. But this is going to be a huge swing back. And they're only 35 days away from taking it. Getting that breach immediately actually makes me really sad that that happened. Really incredibly sad. Oh well. Yep, and there they go. Instantly minus 42%. I'd like to fight these guys again once we reinforce a little bit. I'll consider it. Okay. So how do we want to handle this? He's walking off this direction. I think we just come up here and siege, and then we try to reinforce as he comes back up. We should be able to reinforce in allied territory, I believe. Minus 73. It's so insane. The swings are so wild. So in we go, and we're going to siege this right on back. There's only 21 troops garrisoning it. How long is that going to take us to siege? 3 months? Okay. While we're doing that, I'm going to split this off we're going to leave these guys to siege it. These guys, they are going to head over here and not take attrition and look to reinforce. Okay, that's occupied by someone else at this point. Okay, I see these guys coming back. When's the month tick going to be? We actually don't know. We actually don't know. Do we just go home? We don't have a leader here, obviously. We'd want this guy to no longer be leading here. I wouldn't want to lead it personally, but we would instead want to have this guy leading here. That means that it's actually balanced. Okay. Let's let this tick forward for a moment. I'm hoping that we get a reinforced tick, and we did. And that means that we have slightly better troops than they do? I'm not sure I'd argue that. I don't know that we win this. They'd have to move up to here? Okay. I don't want to fight over this crossing, for sure. They'd have to move up to here first. And that's what they're going to do. We're going to actually head up over this way. And this siege will finish up in 10 days. We're going to grab our extra troops here. Finish the siege. And he's actually going to attack us here. This is foolish of him. He should not attack here. He does have more troops, but we'll probably win this. And I agree that we'll probably win this one. Okay. I was lied to. That started off in a bad advantage. Okay. We'll retreat. And that's 819 troops. We're retreating to here. Oof. Should we just go home? I mean, only the war leaders can offer peace, but we could just go home. And be like, you know what? I kind of don't actually care about this war. Because I kind of don't, in all honesty. This war is really awkward to fight, and it's taking way too long. I'd be okay with it if it wasn't taking 4 years. Maybe we just let this end. Yeah, I think we do. He keeps getting those breaches, too. Very rude. Okay, 99%? Yeah. We actually don't have a choice. It's just over. So we'll allow that to end, and we'll put our troops down. It's fine. I don't care. It's kind of irrelevant to us. So we will disband our troops, and we will get ourselves a brand new marshal. Skill 17? Okay. We'll do it. And yes, I will ransom that. Fantastic. We're going to ransom all of these. I do want to check that ransom all option, which was in the court option prisoners. Yeah, that is working now. It wasn't working previously, but we'll go ahead and do that. Excellent. That is very convenient. So as far as this goes, I mean, we're still in line to inherit that, right? So that should be fine, in theory. Yes, I accept. So, we have got 300 gold right now, and I would be very, very happy to start working on pastoral lands here. Excellent. And we are then going to work on, I think, what is this? Wooden barracks? Yeah, that's fine. We're going to work on pastoral lands in many of these locations. We already have prayer halls and pastures. We definitely want farms and fields up here. We're a bit shy on our cash right now. There's no doubt about that. I would very much like to grab Hergeld. That would be fantastic. We are, I believe, still reinforcing our men-at-arms right now. No, we're actually not. That's fine. We are, of course, continuing to work on development up here. It's not the most efficient. And we are continuing to attempt to get ourselves some sort of an alliance over here. He doesn't currently want an alliance. Or rather, she doesn't. And I'm not entirely sure why she doesn't want an alliance. There's some of it that we have too many alliances, to be sure. There's something to be said for that. But maybe we should just do something over here. I mean, that's 1,500 prestige that we don't have, though. So yeah, that's not an option. We are instead going to just continue working on investments. This is down to only 2 control level here, and that's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So this guy died, and nothing of value was lost. That means that this guy is our new player heir, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he will become a slightly better stewardship guy. That would be ideal. But honestly, does that fix our succession? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we still need to deal with these sons, and let's just go ahead and do this, I think. Well, maybe we shouldn't. Not at this point, anyway. Let's hold off on that. I think we'll go ahead and disinherit them a little later on, but right now the prestige cost is what's causing me to bulk a bit. The renown, yeah, that hurts, to be sure. To be sure. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. We definitely... well, do we want to increase our control here, or do we want to move it over here? The chance of removing county corruption is a lot, but there are no county corruptions over here. There are only county corruptions over here, and so I feel like we should move our chancellor over here to attempt to remove the county corruptions. I think that will be a better use of his time. This will continue to come up slowly over time. So that will be just fine. This city, I would love to get guilds. I would love to get... Oh, wow. What are... This is in a forest. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not exactly ideal. Forestry, hunting grounds, guilds is what we'd have to do. But that does, of course, mean that we can start working on the forestry immediately, and that is something that I'm very interested in. I would love it if we could get up to 12 monthly income on this guy's life. That would be amazing. We don't currently have the ability to extort our subjects. I would love to do that. That's more or less important than Hergeld. I think right now that's more important. So with our next stewardship skill, I think we're going to go for that. Excellent. I would love to get +1 domain limit. Unfortunately, that's not currently an option. But that would be very, very nice to do. We are not making much progress over here. We are not making much progress at all. How bad are our counselors? Probably quite. Yeah, this guy is skill 6. We can't replace him. Our chancellor is very, very bad. Skill 10 is better, but he's our skill 17 marshal. So I will go for this guy as our skill 9 chancellor. This steward is skill 10. He's not particularly good, but he is, in fact, not quite the best, actually. This guy would be the best. He would only cost us 10 gold as well. I think I'll go ahead and do that. 46%. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm just going to take the guaranteed gold here. And our Spy Master, we're definitely going to have this skill 23 Spy Master be here. Yep. Okay. She has an attempted murder secret as well, but I'm sure that's fine. Okay, so we are going to look to construct somewhere once we have 20 more gold. I think, let's see, this is prayer halls and hillside fields. We can go for hunting grounds or pastoral lands. Hunting grounds give the development growth and the men-at-arms maintenance, so I think we'll go for that. It's a little cheaper as well. The pastoral lands, they give the development growth and the popular opinion, but I think we'll go for this. Hey, there's our stewardship perk. That is fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab our It Is My Domain, and we are going to extort subjects. Fantastic. I also want to be notified when this decision is available. Okay, so we will gain 130 And our tyranny, I still wonder... Okay, that's 40 opinion, but I still wonder why you would ever pick not this. Like, I'll happily do that. So that's a lot of cash, of course, and we're going to look for places that are not constructing and places that have empty building slots. We'll put in a hunting ground here, and specifically non-castles that have empty building slots. Hill farms. Excellent. Well, there's that gold spent. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to wonder why we are not getting any growth here. Is it because of the, Oh, it's because of the lackluster administration. Yeah, that would do that would do the trick. Hopefully we'll get that cleared off relatively soon. At any rate, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.